Ha? Hanapan kita ng cutie.
Bahala ka.
Eto. Cutie sa phone. Wow! Pwede.
Okay lang.
Okay lang. Eto. Cutie sa bike. Ayos yun, no?
So.
Eto, sure ako dito. Cutie sa puno. Yan na talaga yun, eh. Cutie sa car. Cutie sa stairs. Cutie sa table. Wala ba talagang cutie para sa'yo dito? Uy!
Meron.
Asan? Saan?
Cutie sa cone.
Galing. Cutie sa phone.
Ewan ko sa'yo.
Kaya ba nating baguhin ang mundo?
Bangon tayo, gisingin ang mundo. Bangon tayo, gisingin ang mundo. Bumangon ng may tapang, simulan ng may ngiti. Share yung inspirasyon. Bangon tayo, gisingin ang mundo. Maliit na tulog mula sa isang pasayo. Yan ang magbago sa mundo. Gisingin ang mundo. Bangon tayo.
Nescafe.
Ngayong nagtag-ulan, madami ang sipunin, maiiwasan yan. Vitamin C helps make it stop. Your kid needs tibay. Araw-araw. Punuin muli. Micronutrient deficiency. Labanan natin pang may tibay. Araw-araw po yan. Kaya natin micronutrient deficiency. Labanan natin pang may bear brand. Araw-araw po yan. Kaya natin to.
Finals na. Final na? Dami pa. Konting aral, konting dasal, at lucky me. Isang gabi na lang na ako na naman mag-isa.
Laban, Tasha. Huwag kang mapapagod. Magpadala sa tukso ng unan at kuman. Kaya mo to. Konti na lang. Patapos na. Isa na lang. Kaya mo to. Okay. E di isa pa.
Energize with Milo every day and do champ moves like James. Energize! Start your day the champion way. Beat energy gap, beat energy gap. Drink Milo every day. Milo every day. With your 3 balanced meals, beat energy gap. Drink Milo every day. Milo every day. Drink Milo every day and help beat energy gap like a champ.
In only a few seconds, get ready to hear the inspiring stories behind De La Salle University's student leaders and co-curricular achievers. Join us this Friday with Chaide, AC Parumog, and Bernice Ignacio, together with your host, Keisha Duque, to learn how to survive the all-around life of a college student built by passion, purpose, and people. Listen to their stories that prove it's all possible. Only here on Org You Ready!
Alam mo ba na may bagong program sa De La Salle University? Sure na sure akong mababeta niyo to lahat because it's fun, interactive, and most of all, fulfilling. Ito ang Bachelor of Science major in Organizations. Truly, there's more to witnessing college besides meeting your deadlines and acing your exams. It's also the place to find out what truly matters to you. I am Keisha Duca, and welcome to your go-to talk show to know more about striking the perfect balance between studying, fun, and purpose. This is Are You Ready? Today, mga champs, we're diving into the experiences of 3 org-active students, each coming from a different organization. One from SMO, one from CAO, and from USG. O diba, may members from all the offices. Yan ang representation.
From USG, she is CLA's very own leader nim of FAST 2023 as batch president and also the chairperson of the LSU Poli-Sci, AC Parumo. All-rounder, check for Chai Day. Hailing from SMO, she's an arch talent, road manager, GMG's prod man, and also 17PH's organizer. Representing CAO, the talented Bernice Ignacio is here to show us how it's done. An LSDCC dancer, former actor of HTG, and a talent of arch.
Ayan, let's give them a virtual round of applause. Grabe, ito na. Excited ba kayo? Kasi ako, excited na talaga ako malaman ang kanilang personal journey. Kaya ito na, from the O to the R to the G, are you ready mga champs? Now, we know org life is not easy. So we're curious about different things about you. Okay, just to make it clear for our champs, can you go in depth about what kind of responsibilities you handle in your org? Let's start with you, AC.
Well, in FAST 2023, I handle 4 committees: Human Resources, Linkages, Student Services, and Academics. You know, as batch president, it comes natural to me talaga to lean on to SS and ACADS kasi those things really needs urgency, lalo na yung student concerns and academic queries. But on the other hand naman, being the chairperson for Social Civic and Poli-Sci is a bit different kasi my work revolves around projects there. So from conceptualization to execution.
Grabe, what a busy bee. What about you, Bernice?
Oh, ako naman, aside from performing, I'm also part of the production and logistics division in LSDC Contemporary. And one of my job entails that I actually be a costume and makeup head. So yung job ko nun in suites as a costume and makeup head is I look for costume pegs, assign costumes to the members, look for makeup inspos and such. And aside from that, I also do some creative write-ups as part of the creative writing pool in my org. And sa arch naman, I would take any gig actually that would come up or assigned to me by our road managers. So, mapa-acting man yan, hosting, or modeling, kahit ano man.
Wow, all-arounder talaga. Ikaw naman, Chai.
So, both in GMG as a production manager and 17 Philippines as an organizer, I focus on a lot of actual hands-on work. And for Arch, as a talent and a road manager, what keeps me busy are the productivities and the gigs, similar to Bernice. If that's acting, modeling, or anything else that they might request. But because of things like cross-pooling, I get to try a bunch of roles like stage management or even hosting in GMG.
Oh, I love that. Well, I'm glad that you were all accepted into your respective orgs at mukhang nagtathrive naman kayo dyan. As org-active students, feel ko master na kayo sa multitasking. With that being said, how would you say you manage your time between org work and academics? Did you have to sacrifice one for the other?
Well, for me, Notion calendar is my best friend talaga. As in, kasi I'm someone who needs to visualize what I need to do for the whole day or for the whole week even. So, still with all this workload, I think it's a given that as student leaders, ACAD still comes first. And having Notion calendar helps me visualize which times that I can work flexibly, ganon. As for major sacrifices, wala naman so far. Just maybe minor adjustments to fit my schedule.
Okay, so Notion is life. Kay Bernice naman, what have you found that works for you?
Actually, the same kami na I also use a calendar, minsan sa Notion or minsan sa laptop ko, and laying everything out is what helps me. I love to color code all the things I need to do based sa org. So, pang LSDC, pang ACADS, or pag Arch, pag may gig. But in all honesty, there was already a time na nabagsak ko yung isa kong class because of org. Naalala ko noon, I was a stage manager pa in Harlequin. Tapos sobrang focus ko kasi sa prod namin noon na nakalimutan ko ng parang mag-submit ng mga film reviews and whatnot. And wala, overachiever din kasi ako noon na yun lang talaga yung naging focus ko that term. But ayun nga, wala. I remember crying to my film prof pa noon, saying sorry na late ako nagpasa. Pero wala, nauwi rin sa pinakauna kong 1.5. I mean, yeah, we have all been there. But, looking back at it now, I don't think I would trade anything for it anymore. Kasi being an SM, being a stage manager made me focused, more driven, and organized, diba? And what did making film reviews ever do for me naman?
Real. Buti you have no regrets, Bernice. And honestly, I feel for you guys. But it seems like you've survived the Great War since nandito pa rin kayo, fighting and excelling. But before we keep the dice rolling, magbasa muna tayo ng comments from our viewers. So thank you to our 87 ka-champs who joined us for today. Ayan, we feel your love and support radiating from the screen. Ito, one viewer type, over naman sa BS Org, para gusto ko na rin, wow, nakaka-inspire na tayo and that's the goal. Mag-BS Org na din kayo. Oh, ayan, thank you mga ka-chance for tuning in. Let's pick up where we left off. So, ayun na nga. Back to our main topic and challenges on coping mechanisms. Can I ask, how do you manage stress and burnouts when things get overwhelming? Paano mo to hinahandle, Chai?
I have a non-negotiable, full recovery day after events where I have to sleep for 12 plus hours. But I try my best to find breather times where I recharge by hanging out with other friends down to 4 a.m. something.
Got that. And UAC, nakakapag-relax ka pa naman? Dapat lang,
Oo naman. As an introvert kiddy, I have my recharge moments where I really go non-verbal. So, me time talaga. And in addition to that, I like watching sitcoms. So, something very light and something very heavy to eat naman helps me a lot. So, while very iPad kid moment ako doon, it helps a lot, lalo na when it comes to recharging.
Ayan, that's nice to hear naman. After all, we're still humans and we need to take care of ourselves. At dahil dyan, we're on to our final category, reflection. So, what advice would you give to incoming ID 125 students who want to join BS Org but are worried it might hurt their academics? Let's start with you, Bernice.
Honestly, just take the plunge. Kasi hindi mo naman malalaman kung makaka-apekto to sa ACADS mo unless you try, diba? Now, you should sleep on it. And if it's something that you still wonder about the next day, then there's your answer.
Love that. Take the plunge. And for you, Chai, what are your words of wisdom for us today?
I always say this, but if you love what you do, the work won't feel like work. In fact, it'll enrich your college life.
That's so true. Work won't feel like work. And finally, AC, what is your advice for our 91 champs here with us today?
What they said, hindi, minsan lang kayo maging college. So, nurture your passion and explore everything na.
Yeah, very interesting and inspiring. And I do agree. Super saya talaga ng BS Org culture in DLSU, not just because of the orgs themselves, but mostly because of the people you meet along the way. Now, pumunta na tayo sa exciting part. Ayan, sobrang saya ng kwentuhan natin today, pero it looks like na malapit na matapos ang oras natin. Kaya before we end today's show, G, ka na ba para sa isang ultra-fast talk? Okay. Then,
Yes, Gina, go!
let's get this over with. So, Henry C. or Gox?
Go!
Best place to do org work?
USD office.
Malate sa class or hindi maka-attend sa org meeting?
Malate sa class.
Okay, let's give it up naman for Bernice. So, Bernice, Razon or Miguel?
Miguel.
Best people to do org works with?
Of course, your friends.
Madelete ang org files o makalimutan ng password?
Makalimutan na lang ang password.
Ayan, thank you, Bernice. And last but not the least, let's hear it from Chai Day. So, Chai, Brother Andrew or Saint LaSalle?
Saint LaSalle.
That's time to do org breaks.
12 a.m.
Masaraduhan ng elevator o masaraduhan ng org forms?
Org forms?
Thank you! Grabe naman ang mga sagutan. Para talagang nag-seminar kayo kay Tito Boy, which was great, by the way. Because we get to know your personalities and org culture more, even with just simple questions. Pero, parang we want to know more, di ba guys? We want to know more about them. So, eto na, last na talaga. Do you guys have any mysterious, juicy, or nakakakilig na chikas in store for us para sa ating mga aspiring BS org advocates? Ulan, share nyo naman yan. Let's start with you, Chai.
Okay, so pro tip for prods, keep those button pins on your prod IDs because you never know when you need to pin a dress down in CADS during a super windy day at the greening. Prod horror stories, yan talaga ang GMG, we make things happen.
Okay. Grabe, that was so scary. So guys, we're a pin to act as a safety pin. So, ate ikaw naman, Bernice, what's your chika for us today?
Honestly, ang sa akin lang, dapat lahat malaman ng mga taga-KAW, the artist commons is for everyone. If you know, you know. So don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Real. There's no gatekeeping the artist commons, guys. And of course, di natin makakalimutan ang ating batch president, AC.
Well, for me, Kiddy, during enlistment, 24/7 call center talaga tayo. Alam mo yan, everything major in College of Liberal Arts. That's when you panic, we panic also. But still, I love my job and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Wow, I love that for you. Grabe, sobrang insightful at interesting na mga shinare nyo. Shucks, parang gusto ko na tuloy mag-LSDC kahit di ako dancer. Or mag-fast? Or mag-arch lang kaya? But to keep the Chika Minute hot, I have some juicy questions for you guys. So, for you, Bernice, should org work be credited in academic transcripts? Ano sa tingin nyo from Travel Ellie ng Farmer?
Sa akin, of course, definitely. Kasi ano bang hinahanap ng mga employers, di ba? They want a well-rounded student, yung kayang ipagsabay ang academics and ang mga managerials and working in a structure. Yun naman talaga ang hinahanap ng mga tao. It's not whether you do your best, it's whether you do your best, not kung magaling ka. Yun talaga yung hinahanap nila, kung gaano kakabilis mag-bounce back sa mga adversities ng life.
Grabe. So, tamang-tama. We all get the right org culture, the right work culture in org. So, ito naman another question from one of our viewers to be answered by our dear Chai. So, Chai, what's one lesson you learned from org life that you didn't learn in class?
One thing to know from org life is that being nice will take you way further than you think, especially when you're talking to officers and anyone that you have to work with, you gotta be.
Yes, guys. Kindness talaga. Keep your values in check. Be nice all the time, everywhere, 24/7. So, that's all for our Chika Minute today. Thank you so much. Nabitin ba kayo? Ay, ako rin eh. Pero to wrap this episode up today, at mukhang busy pa ang ating mga BS Org enthusiasts. So, we would like to thank our guests, AC, Bernice, and Shai, for making the time to be with us and for sharing their expertise with their course BS Org. Thank you so much. So, this has been your host, Keisha Ducan. It has been a pleasure to meet with all of you today. So, are you ready, mga champs?
Siya! Alam ko na. Hanapan kita ng cutie.
Bala ka.
Eto. Cutie sa phone. Wow! Pwede.
Lang.
Okay lang. Eto. Cutie sa bike. Ayos yun, no?
So.
Eto, sure ako dito. Cutie sa puno. Yan na talaga yun, eh. Cutie sa car. Cutie sa stairs. Cutie sa table. Wala ba talagang cutie para sa'yo dito? Uy!
Meron.
Asan? Saan?
Cutie sa cone.
Galing. Cutie sa phone.
Ewan ko sa'yo.
Kaya ba nating baguhin ang mundo?
Bangon tayo, gisingin ang mundo. Bangon tayo, gisingin ang mundo. Humangon ng may tapa, simulan ng may ngiti. Share yung inspirasyon. Bangon tayo, gisingin ang mundo. Balik na tulog mula sa isang pasaylo. Yan ang magbago sa mundo. Gisingin ang mundo. Bangon tayo.
Nescafe.
Ngayon na tag-ulan, madami ang sipunin, maiiwasan yan. Vitamin C helps make it stop. Your kid needs tibay. Araw-araw, punuin muli. Micronutrient deficiency, labanan natin pang may tibay. Araw-araw, kaya natin micronutrient deficiency, labanan natin pang may bear brand. Araw-araw, kaya natin to.
Finals na. Final na. Dami pa. Konting aral, konting dasal, at lucky me. Isang gabi na lang na ako na naman mag-isa.
Laban, Tasha. Huwag kang mapapagod. Magpadala sa tukso ng unan at kumot. Kaya mo to.
Konti na lang. Patubos na.
Isa na lang. Kaya mo to. Okay. E di isa pa.
Energize with Milo every day and do champ moves like James. Energize! Start your day the champion way. Beat energy gap, beat energy gap. Drink Milo every day. Milo every day. With your 3 balanced meals, beat energy gap. Drink Milo every day. Milo every day. Drink Milo every day and help beat energy gap like a champ.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
For about 114 years of existence, De La Salle University stood throughout history, survived wars, and sheltered desperate screams. Not to mention, the hallways you walk through hold the same ground where the brutally massacred sought refuge. So, behind the green and white pride, there lies chilling stories and ghostly whispers that still haunt its halls. Disclaimer. The stories you're about to hear are solely based on personal experiences shared by individuals. Animoto does not verify the authenticity of these narratives and cannot be held liable for any inaccuracies, emotional distress, or interpretations that may arise. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to Animoto, where we uncover bone-chilling stories from the students of DLSU. These supernatural campus confessions are unexplainable, unforgettable, and still haunt those who live through them. So, whether you're a skeptic or a believer, prepare yourself. The line between fact and fear might begin to blur. But before we dive any deeper, let's set the scary mood and read a story submitted by one of you. Lights out, volumes up. It's time for Animoto's story of the day, where we read only the realest, bone-chilling campus stories. Let's hear it. I, 20-year-old ID123 ComArt student at DLSU, often go to the 6th floor of Razon for dance practice. For some context, there's a creepy storage room there for DLSU Culture and Arts organizations, located at the far end of the green area where the taekwondo and table tennis teams train. The storage room is old, dusty, and cage-like, with great doors and walls. Most of the time, the taekwondo team hangs their gear on the grated door and blasts a giant Iwata fan at it, probably because they don't wash it. And above that is a second floor where art organizations store their props. So one day I was asked to grab a tablecloth for a live studio shoot. I went up alone. It was 2:00 p.m. on a random afternoon. So while rummaging through the shelves, I suddenly heard a soft, unsettling sound. Bang, bang, bang. It sounded like the grated door tapping against the wall downstairs. I assumed it was the big Iwata fan just blowing out taekwondo gears again. I ignored it. But when I came back down and flicked off the lights, there was no fan, no taekwondo gear, nothing hanging. Just a silence, and that door gently swaying on its own. To think that it was 2 p.m, witnessing that by yourself. Alright, I'll give you a break, mga minumulto. Let's set the mood before we completely terrify ourselves. We will be playing a quick little game, and personally my favorite segment, Guess the Gibberish. Alright, I'll be sharing phrases that sound like complete nonsense, so I want you to read it out loud again and again and again until these phrases start to make sense. Alright? Don't forget to share your answers in the comment section of our live stream. Alright, are you guys ready? We will head on to our first item. Now I'm going to give you a hint for this one. This caused rivalries with my friends and probably your friends as well. I remember being in Araneta Coliseum, being with my friends, and the thing is, I was on their side, right? And this rival team was booing me on my back. That was horrifying. But in the end, I prevailed. All right, I'm seeing correct answers there. Thank you to Renzo Gutierrez. Yes, UAAP Watch Party. You are correct. Galing. All right, next question. Now this, I've actually encountered a horror story myself in this place. Because I went to the bathroom, right? And I went to this stall. And when I went out, I saw my professor na may late assignment ako. Yeah, nagtinginan lang kami. It was a horror story in real life. Thankfully, naka 3.5 naman ako. All right, we got the correct answer. Miguel Building, yes, from So Hot Tea, you've won. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but you got that correct. All right, next question. Now this, honestly, hindi ko to naiiwasan as a ComArt student. Yeah, as Carlos said, whoa! Honestly, medyo nahirapan din ako when I saw this. And yeah, it's very on theme if you're gonna ask me. Usually, ang dami na nagsasara ng ganitong oras. Oh, I gave you the hint. All right, what are your guesses? But before that, there's also someone here cheering, go Carms! Carms, kung saan ka man, I hope you are doing well. Okay, are there any guesses? All right, just to give you a hint din sa guess natin, medyo iniiwasan ng guess natin yung answer na to. All right, is anyone brave enough to try? All right, I'm gonna give you the answer, guys. It's past 8 at night. It's okay. All right. Yeah, there we go. Nakuha ni Angelo. Past 8 at night. And ni Jao. Congratulations. All right. Down to the last two questions. This one, dapat sinasabi mo to if you are scared. All right. This one I'm gonna give you guys. It's... Let's go to the CR. Madalas ko yung sabihin talaga pag taga Miguel ka. All right. Now that the lights are dim and the air feels heavy, it's time to hear from someone who has experienced the horror. Guni-guni nga lang ba ito? Or something more? Today, we're joined by a special guest who's experienced the unexplainable right here on campus. Think shadows moving on their own, strange taps in the dark, or whispers echoing from empty classrooms. With that said, mga minumulto, handa na ba kayo? Let's not keep the suspense waiting any longer. Let's all welcome Gabe. Hello, Gabe.
Hello. Good morning.
Oh, welcome to Animulto. We've been hearing whispers of horror stories here in DLSU, but nothing beats hearing it from someone who actually witnessed it. So, Gabe, can you please introduce yourself? What's your ID number and what are you studying right now?
So, hello, I'm Gabe. I'm ID 123, currently studying European Studies.
European Studies. Marami akong kakilala dyan, ha? Medyo may reputation kayo. All right. De, joke lang. All right. Again, welcome to Animulto, Gabe. So, tell us, ano ba nangyari sa'yo nung gabing yun? Where were you in DLSU and kailan ba ito nangyari?
Okay, so let's rewind back to my frosh year, around the first month. I wanted to get kind of a feel of the campus at night since I was a new student. So I decided to spend it by hanging out with friends around 8 a.m. or so by watching the UAP basketball watch party in Blumen. So I think right between the break, between the third and fourth quarter, I needed to use the restroom. And I really needed to go quickly. So I started using the first floor bathroom in Miguel. And I enter thinking I'm alone because it's super quiet. So I start using the urinals and I felt something uneasy drop. And then I don't know if it was the silence or the creaking walls or of the old building, but I don't know. I started going as fast as I could. And then something, I don't know, a force told me to look back. And I started to notice that the doors, when they were closed when I entered, but one of them was slightly open now, and I could see a faint shadow lurking inside it. So I washed my hands, bolted, and ran straight back to Blooming to tell my friends, sabi ko sa kanila, now we have to leave this place. Let's go somewhere. And they kept asking, why are you so panicked? And I said, now's not the time. So we walked and settled around CADS. And I think when he sat down around CADS, I think it was only at that point where I started to get the sinking feeling. While I was washing my hands, I saw something. You won't believe what I saw. I saw dirty bare feet creeping and poking out from that stall. it looked like it wasn't clean, and it's not like I could check where their shoes were. I had to leave right away. So yeah, safe to say I'm not gonna go back to that restroom at night ever again.
All right. Uh, Gabe. I'm speechless kasi kung ako yung nandun, naka-witness nun, I honestly have no idea what to do, you know? Baka nag-freeze lang ako dun, tapos parang napasigaw ako ng wala, di ba?
Like me, yeah.
Or, yeah. Alright, but gusto ko lang malinawan yung details, right? So, mag-isa ka sa CR, and may naramdaman kang kakaiba, tapos may nasilip kang paa. Bare feet, right? Yung question ko sa'yo, mukha namang naka-pedicure yung paa niya, di ba? Or talagang madumi. Talagang nakadiri. Talagang nakakatakot
I
na
wasn't
nakadiri
able
pa.
to check, but I hope so.
Yeah. Parang natakot ka na nga makaganyan ka pa, di ba? Didiri ka pa. Alright. I have a question. Parang napaisip ka ba? Kasi for sure nakarinig ka ng paranormal experiences sa ibang schools, right? Not just in Lasal. Napowonder ka ba, bakit ba laging may multo sa banyo? O kaya sa corridor ng mga campus? Have you ever wondered about that?
I think corridors and stuff, especially in, for example, in LS,
Mhm.
buildings like LS, those buildings are very old. A lot of things happen there. Like in LS,
Yeah.
I think it was a battleground for Japanese soldiers in World War
Right.
II. So I think
Mhm.
that, people have died there, and
Mhm.
maybe around that night they want to get a feel of the place again. So
Parang
that's
hindi
why
mo talagang yeah.
there's a lot
Go
of
ahead.
ghost experiences around CRs and corridors.
So kung multo ka, hindi mo pa rin talaga mapipigilan yung call of nature talaga. Na, na
A
pumunta
ghost
sa
has got to
banyo.
go. Yeah.
Alright, but you did mention yung history sa LS, like the basements, right? Na na-mention. Have you researched about the LSU's historical background more after that experience sa CR? Parang,
Yeah,
uy.
actually, when I was searching uh DLSU like history, I know that there's a lot of creepy experiences that people have said, like in other
Mhm.
news networks. Like I think a lot of people mentioned Conan, but personally I
Yeah.
haven't experienced anything thankfully yet, and I stay there at night all the time. I think
Mhm.
just the creepy areas really are, I think, around the Miguel area, and
Right.
also I think the chapel in LS. I think a lot of people while they're praying, they really
Mhm.
feel like or hear footsteps and stuff like that.
Mhm. So, you mentioned, 'di ba, pinuntahan mo yung friends mo agad, 'di ba? So, if kasama mo sila, if you had to spend the night in the most haunted place on campus, saan at sino ang isasama mo?
I think I would bring my batchmates to the MBS
Mhm.
chapel,
Alright.
because I
Oh,
think that's,
specifically chapel.
yeah, that's a
Okay.
lot of I've heard a lot of stories from people who have heard things there. Since I think
Mhm.
that's when some Lasallian brothers, I think, like martyred themselves. I think around
Right.
World War II.
Yeah.
So maybe get some ghost hunting gear or
Mhm.
just chill around that area and see
Alright.
where the night takes us with my friends.
Mhm. Alright. So, batchmates mo, friends mo naman, no? Buti naman. Pero naniwala ba sila nung kwento mo 'to sa kanila, or parang, "Ay naku 'to, nag-i-imagine ka lang." Like, anong
when
naisip
we
nila?
were when we were going to cats, I think they probably thought I was crazy. Because I was just
Mhm.
telling them without context to go away. But I think they once I told them the story,
Uh-huh.
they really started to get worried also. And I also
Alright.
told my other friends about
Mm.
it, my parents, and they're like, okay, don't go in that area anymore around the
Oh.
nighttime.
Alright. Buti talaga na concerned sila for you. Empathy. Alright, so you mentioned your friends, you mentioned your parents. Gabe, may gusto ka bang batiin dito sa show na 'to?
I'd like to greet my prof for my 11 a.m. class. I might be a bit late, but I'm enjoying this talk show. I'm so sorry.
Alright, I'm glad you're enjoying, Gabe. And good luck sa professor mo. Thank you so much for sharing your paranormal experience with us. Again, to the
Siya, alam ko na. Hanapan kita ng cutie.
Bahala ka.
Eto. Cutie sa phone. Wow! Pwede.
Okay lang.
Okay lang? Eto. Cutie sa bike. Ayos yun, no?
So.
Eto, sure ako dito. Cutie sa puno. Yan na talaga yun, eh. Cutie sa car. Cutie sa stairs. Cutie sa table. Wala ba talagang cutie para sa'yo dito? Uy!
Meron.
Asan? Saan?
Cutie sa cone.
Talaga. Cutie sa phone.
Ewan ko sa'yo.
Kaya ba nating baguhin ang mundo?
Bangon tayo, gisingin ang mundo. Bangon tayo, gisingin ang mundo. Bumangon ng may tapang, simulan ng may ngiti. Share lang inspirasyon. Bangon tayo, gisingin ang mundo. Maliit na tulog mula sa isa't masaya. Yan ang magbago sa mundo. Gisingin ang mundo. Bangon tayo.
Nescafe.
Ngayon na tag-ulan, madami ang sipunin, maiiwasan yan. Vitamin C helps make it stop. Your kid needs tibay. Araw-araw, punuin muli. Micronutrient deficiency, labanan natin pang may tibay. Araw-araw po yan. Kaya natin po. Micronutrient deficiency, labanan natin pang may bear brand. Araw-araw po yan. Kaya natin to.
Finals na. Final na. Dami pa. Konting aral, konting dasal, at lucky me. Isang gabi na lang na ako na naman mag-isa.
Laban, Tasha. Huwag kang mapapagod. Magpadala sa tukso ng unan at kumot. Kaya mo to. Konti na lang. Patapos na. Isa na lang. Kaya mo to. Okay. E di isa pa.
Energize with Milo every day and do champ moves like James. Energize! Start your day the champion way. Happy energy gap, the energy gap. Drink Milo every day. Milo every day. With your 3 balanced meals, beat energy gap. Drink Milo every day. Milo every day. Drink Milo every day and help beat energy gap like a champ.
guys right now. I know that some of you are currently in college or have graduated. And let's be honest, most of us entered college hoping for a fresh start, a rebrand, and maybe, just maybe, a little kilig moment with a blockmate or orgmate that turns into the whole college sweetheart thing. Sabi nga nila, college is the time to meet new people. And what better way to spend your college journey than finding the one na makakasama mo during lectures and study sessions, di ba? Pero real talk lang, college is messy. From deadlines to org work to figuring yourself out, di ba? Saan ka ba kukuha ng time para hanapin ang college sweetheart mo? Hello everyone, I'm your host Roxanne, and today we'll be talking about campus couples and what it's like to fall in love and stay in love right at the heart of college. Kung curious kayo how our couple makes it work and their relationship secrets, don't worry, we're about to get all the buzz for you here on Beyond the Locker, where we interview couples who are locked in love. All right, now let's all give a warm welcome to Dana and Aki, ang sweetheart couple ng DLSU. Hi guys, welcome to the show. Okay, now why don't you guys
We're so happy to be here.
maybe with us your ID number and course?
Okay, so hello, I'm Dana, ID 123, and I'm from AB Com Arts.
Hello, I am Aki, ID 123 also from Marketing Management.
All right. Hi, Dana and Aki. Now, before we get into it, make sure to stay until the end, guys, to hear our guest couple answer your hot seat questions about dating in college. Okay, first things first. Paano nga ba kayo nagkakilala? Take us back to day one before the stress of DLSU, no?
So, we've been in the same school since grade 7 until senior high. Pero never kami nagka-interaction. Nagka-interaction lang kami nung grade 12 by a mutual friend kasi sobrang dami namin common friends. So, nagkakilala lang kami talaga from a friend lang, specifically sa inuman lang.
Okay, grabe, high school sweethearts pala ang dalawang to, no? At saka mukhang matagal na rin yung relationship nyo. With that, ano nga ba yung secret? Baka pwede kayong magbigay ng little insider on how you made your relationship last in college.
I think for me, not just in college, but like to make a relationship last in general, no matter kung nasang timeline kayo ng life nyo, is just to really have, I guess, an own identity outside of your relationship. Dapat you know yourself kahit na outside of sa relationship ng partner nyo, dapat kilala mo yung sarili mo to really have your own life, basically.
With that, Dana, okay, very wise words. And ngayon, since, di ba, magkakilala nga kayo bago pa college, ano yung biggest challenge nyo before, nung nag-enter kayo ng DLSU together?
So, our challenges entering DLSU. Para sa akin, first siguro yung schedule namin since I'm COB and CLA siya. So, yung schedule namin is medyo alternate. My face-to-face class is Monday to Tuesday, while hers is Thursday to Friday. Unlike before, during high school, Monday to Friday, magkasama kami after class, kumakain kami, and medyo maliit lang yung school namin, so nagkikita talaga kami. Now, medyo limited time yung pagkikita namin.
Totoo yan, no? Lalo na nung college talagang yung schedules nyo mas far apart unlike high school. Now, because of those challenges, guys, paano na nababalanse yung time nyo with each other, with ACADS, requirements, and other commitments?
I think parang the core of it all is just communication and respecting each other's boundaries. Kasi if you guys talk to each other in a healthy way and you guys understand kung ano yung priorities nyo, even outside of your relationship, sa commitments nyo on your personal life, and yung commitments nyo sa sarili nyo, of course, you can really work it out no matter, I guess, how busy you are or whatever struggles na you have to face on your own or both together.
Tama yan. Parang napaka-healthy naman ang mindset ng couple na to, no? Now, finally, our last question. How do you guys think being in a relationship has shaped your campus experience? Do you think your college life would be different without it?
So, being in a relationship during college, kakaiba talaga siya kumpara sa pag-single ka because parang ako, yung applications pa lang for Lasal, ramdam ko na nandyan si Dana by helping me. Sinasagutan namin yung application together hanggang sa nandito na kami. During may problems kami sa school, may consistent person kami na kinakausap and napagrarantan. Yun.
Grabe naman. Sorry, go ahead,
I think
go.
for me, almost same lang naman din na it's nice to really have someone beside you. Yun lang.
Kakilig naman. At saka bet na bet ko yung sabay kayo nagsagot talaga ng application. Ganun pala guys. Okay, everyone, paki-add sa to-do list nyo. Yes, hanapin ang dawan. Ang dawan na nagsasagot kayo ng application together. Ganun.
Actually.
Of course, our show won't be complete without a special juicy treat for our viewers. So alam kong curious kayo about Dana and Aki. So think of some hot seat questions for our couple and please comment them down below. Ngayon, habang naghihintay tayo, maglaro muna tayo ng game, okay? I'm sure alam niyo na to. Who's most likely to? So ang gagawin niyo lang, just point at the person you think best fits this description. Tapos, you guys have 30 seconds to answer everything. Okay, Dana and Aki, handa na kayo?
Okay.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, ready? And go! Who is most likely to reply late because of ACADS? Say sorry first during a fight. Be more competitive sa ACADS.
Me.
Mag-aya ng after-class date. Accidentally fall asleep during a study session. Wait for the other after their class. Buy food for the other. Do the other assignment.
Wala na talaga.
Wala na, okay. Time's up. O, diba, 30 seconds. Ang bilis-bilis lang. Pero ayun na nga, let's see naman sa comments ng ating viewers. Let's see what they want to know about our couple. Okay, we have a comment here from Nathan Lizan. Sabi niya, I'm curious as to what are your thoughts to people saying high school relationships don't last?
I think it's similar to parang all relationships that started young. Parang meron kasing impression yung madami na, or expectation rather, na parang if you start young in a relationship, parang you have to end with that person for the rest of your life. So it's add to the pressure na parang, oh my God, this is my first relationship and dapat siya na makasama ko all my life. So it doesn't last because you guys put pressure in your relationships. So I guess parang yung parang secret doon or like, yun, yung parang secret doon is like to just focus on how to make your relationship stronger rather than making it last longer.
Okay, napaka-quotable naman. Focus on making the relationship stronger than last longer. Love that. Next naman, we have Trav Elling Farmer. What makes falling in love in college feel different from high school? Ayan.
Para sa akin, super different niya. Like, i-base ko na lang sa experience namin during high school. Parang sa high school, very chill lang kami. Since wala namang distractions. Unlike ngayong college, like you have personal life, may ACADS ka, you have different activities. So, mas mahirap. Kaya dito ka talaga mag-grow sa college because of you need time management and super dami mong problems outside the relationship.
Okay, gets. Thank you guys for your answers. Now, do we have other comments out there? Meron pa ba tayo? Ay, ito, meron. Meron kay Peter. Gumagana ba talaga yung friends to lovers? Ahahaha. Oh, gumagana ba daw?
Sa akin, gumagana yan. Kasi kami ni Dana, from friends to lovers naman kami. So, super tagal namin naging friends. And parang best friends na din. bago kami naging mag-boyfriend-girlfriend. And para sa akin, okay yun kasi before maging boyfriend-girlfriend, alam mo na yung isa't isa and kilala nyo na talaga yung isa't isa bago pa maging kayo.
Totoo yan, no? At talagang slow burn yung relationship, di ba? At saka mas napapatata. Ay, ito, isa pa. Ang dami, guys, ha? Keep it coming. From B, what is the biggest red flag of your partner?
Do you wanna answer that?
Go na.
Magkakaalaman na.
Biggest red flag, I guess, minamadali niya ako mag-makeup. Mag-get ready.
2 hours kasi siya mag-makeup eh.
Eh, ano naman? Ay, bias. Sorry.
Actually, di
Eh,
ba?
ikaw, Dana, baka may gusto ka bang i-share na biggest red flag of your partner?
Ayun yan. Like, minamadali niya ako, Wina-rush niya talaga.
Eh, si Aki kay Dana, yun lang, matagal lang mag-makeup.
Oh, matagal mag-makeup. Tapos pag nagsapatos ako, after niya mag-makeup, magagalit pa siya. Ba't di pa ako nakasapatos?
Ang cute nyo, nakakainis. Ay, ito, may isa pa tayong question from Traveling Farmer ulit. Okay lang ba ma-fall sa ka-groupmate or recipe for disaster?
Parang no. Parang no. Kasi di ba
Bakit?
magkaklase, we're different strands nun. And I feel like if we're groupmate, parang I see that person as like a workmate. So like, very no.
Gets. Oh, tsaka mahirap na nagme-mix yung work life tapos yung personal life, no? That's gonna be hard. Okay. Do we have other questions? Okay, ito. Talagang sila? Anshinseo. Sorry, hindi ko ma-pronounce. What's your non-negotiables in a relationship?
I think for me, doesn't respect my time. I don't like someone na parang will push you na parang make time for you. Like, in a strict way.
Si Mas Dana lang, yun lang. Dat alam mo kung dapat nandiyan ka para sa kanya. Kasi bare minimum yun eh. And nandiyan ka para lagi i-support siya, whatever activity, busy ka man, dapat lagi kang nandiyan.
Gets, oo. Important talaga na yung time, no? O ito, kay Peter ulit. How long did you court her? Naku, gusto nila malaman.
Reveal ko ba?
Sige.
Mga 6 months.
6 months? Naku, Dana,
Oo.
parang pinahirapan mo si Aki,
Deserve.
Yes. At talagang si Aki ay nakamit naman ng tagumpay. So, at ito na sila, guys. Di ba? Okay, love that. Do we have any other more questions? Ito. Okay, from Leary Quack. This will be our last question for today's show. Ano po opinion nyo sa mga girl or boy best friends?
For me, wala naman akong problem sa BBF and GBF. As long as alam mo yung limit mo. And sa relationship naman kasi namin, kaya medyo, di naman challenge yan because yung friends ni Dana and yung friends ko, halos, kilala naman namin yung mga friends ng isa't isa.
Okay. Yes. Okay, now with that, unfortunately, that's all the time that we have. Ano ang last words nyo, Dana and Aki, for those who want to make love last in college?
I guess, yun nga, just really actually enjoy it. Sometimes it's not that serious. I mean, yeah, hot take, sometimes it's not that serious. You just really need to enjoy that time you have with yourselves and with each other and to really, find yourself even outside of your relationship.
Yes.
Ayun. Take time lang siguro and
Tama yan,
okay
Dana.
lang.
And guys, thank you. Thank you guys so much. Ang words niyo talaga napaka-inspiring and I'm sure all of us will believe in love. So viewers namin dyan, whether you're single, taken, or in a talking stage, remember that love will find you in the right time. Thank you, Dana and Aki, and thank you everyone for watching. Once again, this has been...
Siya, alam ko na. Hanapan kita ng cutie.
Bahala ka.
Eto. Cutie sa phone. Wow! Pwede.
Okay lang.
Okay lang. Eto. Cutie sa bike. Ayos yun, no?
So.
Eto, sure ako dito. Cutie sa puno. Yan na talaga yun, eh. Cutie sa car. Cutie sa stairs. Cutie sa table. Wala ba talagang cutie para sa'yo dito? Uy!
Meron.
Asan? Siya! Alam ko na. Hanapan kita ng cutie.
Bahala ka.
Eto. Cutie sa phone. Wow! Pwede.
Okay lang.
Okay lang. Eto. Cutie sa bike. Ayos yun, no?
So.
Eto, sure ako dito. Cutie sa puno. Yan na talaga yun, eh. Cutie sa car. Cutie sa stairs. Cutie sa table. Wala ba talagang cutie para sa'yo dito? Uy!
Meron.
Asan? Saan?
Cutie sa cone.
Galing. Cutie sa phone.
Ewan ko sa'yo.
Kaya ba nating baguhin ang mundo?
Bangon tayo, gisingin ang mundo. Bangon tayo, gisingin ang mundo. Bumangon ng may tapang, simulan ng may ngiti. Share yung inspirasyon. Gisingin ang mundo. Balik na tulog mula sa isa't masaya. Yan ang magbago sa mundo. Gisingin ang mundo. Bangon tayo.
Nescafe.
Ngayon na tag-ulan, madami ang sipunin, maiiwasan yan. Vitamin C helps make it stop. Your kid needs tibay. Araw-araw, punuin muli. Micronutrient deficiency, labanan natin pang may tibay. Araw-araw po yan. Kaya natin po. Micronutrient deficiency, labanan natin pang may bear brand. Araw-araw po yan. Kaya natin to.
Finals na. Final na. Dami pa. Konting aral, konting dasal, at lucky me. Isang gabi na lang na ako na naman mag-isa.
Laban, Tasha. Huwag kang mapapagod. Magpadala sa tukso. Ng unan at kumot. Kaya mo to.
Konti na lang. Patubos na.
Isa na lang. Kaya mo to. Okay. E di isa pa.
Energize with Milo every day and do champ moves like James. Energize! Start your day the champion way. Happy energy gap. The energy gap. Drink Milo every day. Milo every Milo every day and help beat energy gap.
Greetings in St. Lasal. Ay, wait lang, pero sobrang formal ko naman. Well, hey there Lasalians! Welcome to Archer's Appetite! Nakapag-chibog na ba ang lahat? Or are you still looking for a place to have lunch with later? Well guys, look no further because this is the show. Now, you will be chowing down on the best eats around the LSU and settle once and for all which food spots deserve that number one spot. And who better to teach you than your resident foodie in DLSU? Well, that's me, guys. I am Elle, your host for today, and let's get started. Kasi pati ako natatakam na. Hindi ganun. Okay, even as a resident foodie here in Taft, parang kulang pa rin pag ako lang yung may input, right? So, syempre, I wanna give you guys the options that you want. Kaya wag na tayong magpatumpik-tumpik pa. And let me introduce our guest na hindi lang kapwa foodie, kapwa Lasaliana rin. She is none other than your favorite, authentic, simpleng tao here in DLSU, Miss Casey Reyes. Go, Miss Casey. Asan ang ating authentic, simpleng tao? Actually, baka ako yun, guys. Hindi tayo gaganon. Okay, Miss Casey, pakilala ka naman sa mga kachibugan natin for today. Oh, okay. I heard na parang wala pa ata si Miss Casey, but since ready naman tayo magbigay ng ating rankings natin, why don't we just magchibugan tayo? Let's chibugan na! Alright, so today we are revealing our top 3 favorite places near the LSU. And super dami nating options, pero syempre iba-iba tayo ng bet and iba-iba rin yung factors na tinitingnan natin. So as for me kasi, the factors that I consider whenever I'm eating out is the budget. Not just monetarily, but also yung time natin. Kasi sometimes we get stuck in between 15-minute breaks or like mahabang vacants. And yeah, in mga factors, that's why I feel like dito na rin papasok yung ibang food restos that we will be recommending for you guys. Kaya naman, let's hear our top 3, rank 3 for today. So you could have an idea as to where you will be eating later after this show. As for my rank 3, guys, I choose the Barn by Boro. And before anything else, I'm giving my disclaimer to everyone that I chose this mainly because of their pasta, their pork chops, their fries, and their nachos, especially when served hot and fresh from the kitchen. And kasi I love their generous servings and yung cozy ambience that we will be sharing while eating the food, you know? Kasi especially upstairs sa second floor, and I only eat there though when I feel like I deserve to spend a little bit more since yung price is medyo, alam nyo na, gets nyo na yun. So parang kapag feel ko deserve ko after a long ACAD break, ACAD grind, maybe the Barn is for me to go to eat para tumibog tayo, guys. So yun yung first option ko, that's my rank 3. So baka yung iba familiar na with Barn, so wow, hindi na kayo magugulat, no? Ayan, guys, pero may susunod na kayong tatayuhin next week pagpapasok tayo, and that's the Barn. But you know, there's also a lot of food places here naman, and the Barn is not the only option. I know it's very popular with people, even outside the LSU. Like, meron pa talagang mga dadayo from universities like Adamson, like UST, and everywhere. Minsan nga may dumadayo pa from Katip, so maybe that's how something special. There's something special talaga with Barn, and it's very good time spot then with your friends to hang out, to catch up on stuff, and yeah, well, okay, maybe let's check our next rankings because I know that we still have a lot of food to uncover. So wait, guys, there's no time to lose. You have a lot of food to uncover now, like what I've said earlier. So maybe before that though, before we move on, why don't we introduce again our guest that is very special, very authentic, very simpleng tao. Let's welcome Miss Casey again back on our screen.
Hi!
Hello, Miss Casey.
Thank you so much sa explanation ng aking rankings.
Yes, so this is our Miss Casey, and let's ask her what's her rank 3.
Oh yeah, my third favorite food spot is Crepman. So gusto ko siya. Actually, may sasabihin pa.
Crapman nga yan eh.
Yeah, so favorite ko siya kasi malapit lang siya sa school and I'm a sweet tooth. So open din siya until 12 a.m. So I can eat it anytime.
Exactly. Like, it's very lapit lang and it's very accessible to us Lasalians. So, if you guys have that quick on-the-go cravings, Crapman is your way to go, right, Miss Casey?
That's right.
All right. Okay, why don't we move on to our rank 2s na? Which places naman kaya this time around? And anong lugar naman kaya? Almost there but not quite. Nakasmaka, almost is never enough. Hindi yun ganun. Alright, I'm sure that those places naman na we will be ranking for second place are enough to satisfy our cravings. That's why I'll start this, guys. So, my second pick is at Fab's House of Sisig. As someone from the probinsya, I crave a taste of home here in Taft. That's why I always go for their crispy pork sisig, whether in New Mall or in DLSU's Blomen. It's budget-friendly din kasi. It's super sulit and it reminds me of my Kapampangan sisigs over there. Though, it's not my top one kasi parang more on cravings siya than an everyday meal choice. So, yun. That's my top 2. How about you, Miss Authentic Simpleng Tao? Ano kaya ang top 2 ng ating guest for today?
Oh my gosh, naka-unmute pala ako. So for my second top favorite, my favorite is Good Munch. It's in Agno and I like it so much. Pwede siyang alternative for Ate Rica's Backsilog kasi may backsilog din sila and I'm a backsilog girl. And minsan nakakasawa rin naman kapag paulit-ulit. So maganda kung may alternative and masarap siya, kakaiba yung egg niya. So ang dami ko sinasabi.
Yes, sobrang gets why you have Good Munch on your top 2, Miss Casey. And honestly, I think a lot of people would agree na minsan your top 2 could be their top 1s, right? Kasi I hear a lot of people saying na Good Munch offers very good food to munch on. Like, I see them online saying na among all food spots here in Taft, laging kasama yung Good Munch sa choices nila. But well, super daming ang kainan here in Taft. And we were able to narrow it down to these choices. Grabe, no? Pero, Casey, meron pa tayong question for you. One question for you. So here we have a question from Traveling Farmer. What is your go-to comfort food place after a bad day here sa classes? I'm sorry. Miss Casey, I don't think we can hear you. Well, if ako yung tatanungin to, my go-to comfort food place after a bad day sa class would be my rank 1 that I will be sharing with you all later. Pero minsan, kapag grabe na yung todo na yung pagka-miss ko sa house, sa home, sa mga kapamilya ko, that's where my rank 2 steps in. It's really Chef Babs kasi feel ko I get comforted from their sisig. That reminds me of my family so much. Kasi bonding namin yung sisig eh. And also, my friends, my close friends here in Taft, they also go with me to eat and lunch sa Chef Babs, which I find very comforting kasi I feel like Chef Babs have seen me through a lot of phases. Hindi! Alright, balik tayo kay Miss Casey. Baka we have her answer now, which her comfort food is after class.
While Elle and Casey battle it out for which place gets that number 1 spot, let's take a quick bite through some Taft gems that didn't quite make the main rankings, but are definitely still worth the walk. For those 15-minute rushes between class, Ate Rica's Baksilog should be your go-to. Located in the Agno Food Court at Fidel A. Reyes Street, Ate Rica's is a beloved spot among Lasallians, best known for its baksilog. With their delicious Filipino-inspired food, you'll definitely get the energy for your next class rush. When the sun goes down and hunger strikes, Tinuhog ni Benny has got you covered. Open from 9 a.m. to the wee hours of the morning at 2:30 a.m., this diner has been feeding Lasallians their sizzling sisig and barbecue since its establishment. Whether you just finished a dedicated study session or need fuel for an overnight at Gox, Tinuhog ni Benny will give you that 24/7 hour energy you need. For both your caffeine and cramming needs, Asterisco deserves a shoutout. Open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. from Mondays to Saturdays and 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays, and serving high-quality drinks like their Spanish latte and matcha, Asterisco will surely give you the caffeine and space you need for your next lock-in session. 3 solid picks almost made the cut. Now, let's get back to our host and guest to see their pick for that number 1 food spot in Taft.
Okay, we've seen a lot of honorable mentions earlier, but maybe we could go back to Miss Casey for the question asked. So, Miss Casey, ano nga daw ba ang favorite comfort food mo after classes? Alright. Okay, well, andyan pa ba lahat though? Like, is everyone still here in our live stream? Parang online class lang tayo, no? But if you're still here, once again, baka nakakalimutan nyo na I am Elle, and alongside me is our guest host, Miss Casey Reyes. So, ayun, may audio na si Miss Casey. Baka we could ask again, ano nga yung comfort food niya? Okay. Everyone, I think it's time na ito na yung like mother of all mothers, the one and the only, the best. After giving like 4 to 7 options already, honestly, I'm really curious kung ano pa kaya yung kaya nating ibuga at ichibog after this show. And I think our viewers are very, very looking forward to it too. So to reveal my most awaited answer, it's 24 chicken, guys. And yeah, medyo basic for others because like, ano ba yan, manukan, ang daming food spots here, tapos 24 chicken lang. But well, this is my thing kasi. Taft has a lot of chicken spots here, yes, but I always find myself coming back, especially for their Jack Daniel's flavor. Kasi it's never nakakasuya, like among all of the chicken places here, 24 chickens, Jack Daniel's, very, very different. And I always finish my order there. Unlike sa other places na kulang na nga si timpla, malungkot pa yung rice nila. And plus, yung fries nila, very solid. It's something new. It's very new for the taste buds and like, parang ang sarap-sarap niya. And like, yeah, but with so many chicken options around, 24 chicken stands out as my comfort food. It's very perfect for any craving or for every mood. So, yeah, that's my rank 1. Well, honestly, Taft food hits different, but minsan yung mga pagkain na yun, or the restaurants, it's your home away from home, like what I've been mentioning earlier. Lalo na sa mga naka-condo or naka-dorm like me. But like, for the last time today, my fellow LaSallians, ano pa ba yung favorite recommendation nyo? Well, ang dami, right? But sa dami-dami range, may bago na ata tayong iti-try later or bukas. And who knows, baka may discover pa tayong bago. That calls for another episode though. And yeah, thank you very much to our viewers who stayed till the end of our first episode of The Archer's Appetite. Don't forget to tune in next week and every Friday at 11 a.m. for the best guides on the foods around Taft. That's all for now, LaSallians. Stay craving. At Chumibog na doon.
Nesty milk tea? Masarap pa to?
Sigsarap ng sa milk tea siya. Push mo yan tea, push mo yan tea. Nesty milk tea.
Talaga? Sigsarap ng sa milk tea shop?
Oo. Push mo yan tea, push mo yan tea. Nesty milk tea. Sigsarap ng sa milk tea shop. Nesty milk tea.
Masarap!
Push mo yan tea, push mo yan tea. Nesty milk tea. Ngayong nagtagulan, madami ang sipunin. Maiiwasan yan. Vitamin C helps make it stop. Your kid needs tea.